Okay, so we're gonna use this video to finish making the model, right? We're gonna drop in the drill holes. We're gonna do the fillet, and then we're gonna do the technical drawing, right? And I'll go over how to do your regular technical drawing dimensions, and we'll go over how to do ordinate ones, which are in the file that I gave you guys, right? So really quickly, here's the file that I gave you. So we're just going to drop these holes and just fill it in. I'll show you guys how to make a sheet for technical drawing. We'll go over your regular dimensions, right? And then these are ordinate ones, and they're really simple. I promise. There's not much that goes on with it, right? So you already done this a whole bunch of times, so I'm not going to take too much time with the modeling portion. I'll slow down a little bit when we get to the technical drawing, right? So let's move this over. I need to sketch on this face right here, right? And I want to move to the front here. I'm going to make a line that is a construction line. It's going to go up and down, and I am actually going to set this to a height here, and that's going to be 3. I think that's actually supposed to be 1.5. 1.5? 1.5. All right. So, so we have that, right? And that's where I'm going to put the 2 circles that are going to be for the bolt circles, right? And then we're going to do the actual cutting out, and then we'll take that and we'll make a copy of it in a circular pattern, right? Because there's no reason to do more work than we have to. So I have this. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to grab my circle tool. We'll do 1 and 2. And we'll come back in here and we'll dimension them, right? Just a reminder, the dimensions are in diameter, right? So if it's radius, you gotta fix that. Both of these are in diameter, so it shouldn't be an issue. This is the outside one, so it's 0.406, right? And this inside one is 0.281. Great. So we're done with that. I'm gonna come over here and we're going to extrude, right? Let's take the middle one, and we're just gonna say that it's a remove, and you can see it's already cutting through the whole thing, right? So we're gonna say that's fine. Let's turn that sketch back on because I need this other piece right here. So we'll say again, we're gonna extrude just this piece, right? We'll say remove, and it's only going down 0.25. So 0.25. You can see the arrow's already going in the right direction. Doesn't go all the way through. So I'll hit check, and sure enough, you can see there's the part where it would stop, right? The nice little counter bore there, and the through hole, right? Okay, so now over here I have these 2 features, the extrude 1 and the extrude 2, and I want to take both of them and make a polar array, right? So up here you've got patterns, right? So arrays are called patterns here. We're going to do a circular one. First thing it wants to know is what entities do I want to do. They're not parts, they're features, right? So I want to grab this feature and this feature, and then it wants to know what the axis is. So, oh, do I not have this? Let me turn my other, turn your sketch one back on. I knew I made this back in the day. So here, I need to revolve around that, right? So turn on your sketch because you have it. You're looking for your axis. That'd be this guy. You can see it's putting it in. It does 4 by default at 360 degrees. I want to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, right? There it is. I'll click check. I can turn my sketches off because I don't really need them anymore, right? And the last thing I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to grab this fillet here. So we're going to do this as a feature. So fillet tool is right here, so you guys can see it, right? And we're gonna do this edge at the radius of 0.125, right? Great, done. Okay, your model's done. We want to do the technical drawing. So in the bottom left, right, there's a little plus sign. You're gonna click that. You're gonna say you want to make a drawing, right? And it's going to ask you what you want to do this on. So we did this in inches. So let's do we'll stick with ANSI, right? We'll look for the ones that say inches, and it should honestly fit on a B. So we're going to do show more templates, and ANSI B as our template. We'll hit OK, and it should give us a blank one. It'll drop your name in automatically. Great. This should be more than enough. Actually, this is going to be huge. So here's our parts, right? It's asking you where do you want to drop in initially, so we're going to say part 1, and you know what, this will be fine because this will give you guys a little more room to work with. And clearly I want to have this here, right? And then I want to come over to the side, but I actually need this to be a cross section, so we're not going to drop that. But if I go up at an angle, you can see that I'm getting this. You know what? I do want that. It's an ISO, right? But it's a little large. I actually want to drop the scale of it. And you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. So we're just going to drop that on there. And I know it's outside of the thing. So we'll fix that. So let's do this. Let's take this guy. Let's drop him down a little bit. Maybe, you know what? We'll just leave him there. I think this. Oh, that was a mistake. Sorry. Let's get rid of that. Come on. Goodness. All right, it gave me an extra one for some reason. This, let's right click on it. First of all, let's do shaded view. So it looks like that. And then we want to view its properties. We need it to be half scale, right? So half scale, check. That way it's not obnoxiously large. Great. I want to put in a cross section, right? So to get the right side, which shows the thing cut in half, we're going to put a cross section in, which is labeled A on our document. So let me just come in here really quick. The cross section tool is right here, right? Yes, okay, cross section. You can see here's my line. It's going to cut it here, and then looking that way, right? I'm just going to pull over to the right, and let's do that. Great. It's labeled section A. Here it is. All right. So for the most part, this is it. We do want to add a few things. So like on this guy, we're going to right click. We're going to. I want to show hidden lines. That'll be those guys there. That's anything in here, right? That wouldn't have been shown because it's covered by this solid portion right here. And is that everything at this point? I want to say yes. So next up, it's just dimensions, right? So your dimension tool's right here, and right next to it's actually the ordinate ones. So we'll do the regular ones first. So we'll grab our dimension tool. We'll grab a couple of these, right? So like this guy here is that, right? Let's see, this guy here is 2, right? Let's zoom in here. The bigger one is that. The smaller one is this, right? And you'll notice in the drawing, right? And when you do this, you keep getting this little box right here. It lets you add symbols or additional text, right? So here, I want to say, does it let me say through here? I believe it does. So I'm going to put space and type the word through, right? And then for this guy, there should actually be the ability to drop in a symbol. It says getting better. Oh, wait. Sorry, I don't want to put it there. I want to put it in here. I want to do this symbol and say that it's 0.25, right? So it goes down 0.25, but it stops there. So, come on. There we go, right? So this bigger circle goes down 0.25. This smaller one goes all the way through, right? We'll go back to our dimensions. We'll say, you know what we'll do is we'll actually do a complete override. So these guys, all these bolt circles, right? We'll do a complete override on this. So actually get rid of that. Let's do 3.0. Right. Bolt. Circle. And would really like it if it told me nothing here. This is kind of in my way. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take that out of there and put that in there instead. Yeah, there we go. And then, all right, we need an angular one, so like between here and here. So if I come over here, I can get an angular one. It's on here somewhere. Let's do line to line angular dimension. So we'll say, oh, I don't think I have that preset, do I? Can I do it another way without having to come back in? Oh, 3-point angular dimension. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the right tool. I just did it the wrong way. So we're going to start with the middle. There. We're going to come up here and then down here. And I want to know, there it is. Alright, so if you missed how I did that, I'll do it again. Right? So you're going to change your dimension tool to this 3-point angular one, and you want to start at the midpoint and say going to here and here, right? So this center point to there, and that's a 60 degrees, right? And then everything's done on the left side. Let's work on the right side. We'll grab all these interior ones, right? I don't have tolerances on this time, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's just come in here. Let's reset ourselves to a regular dimension tool, and let's go with this. Let's say here to here, right? We'll say here to here, right? And just to make sure that we're matching with the previous one, because to note that these are circles, right? We can add a symbol, right? So don't forget to add that symbol for these. Oopsies, that's not what I want. That symbol there, right? So we'll make sure we add these symbols anywhere that we can. Can I just do a straight radius right down there? I can. Excellent. Why did it move all the way over there? I don't know. Let's do that. Let's grab the dimension tool again. We'll say from here to here. And we'll add that. Right? We'll say from here to here. And then we'll go here to here. All right, cool. We're almost done, I promise. Okay, so that's all of our regular dimensions. Next up is ordinate, and ordinate is the next tool over on the toolbar, right? So we're just going to click on that, and we're going to say, all right, this is 0 right here, right? You can see it's coming up, it's 0, right? What's the next point? It's going to be this guy over here. Next point's going to be this guy. We'll come back in and we'll fix them later, right? Here, here, there, 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 and there, right? So now that I'm done, right, I just want to space these out a little bit. That's fine, that's fine. wish all of these were slightly smaller in font size. But let's do this. Let's drag this way just to kind of give us a little bit of leeway with our font here. And there you go. And now these are a little high. It might be easier if they were a little closer. Right? And that's it, guys. That's how you do your regular dimensions. That's how you finish up this model. You do this, and how you drop things in, right? Should you ever have to drop additional things in, all you gotta do, or if you want to change or do whatever, you come up here and you say insert view, and you're choosing what file you want. You can always choose a new file, and then what's your orientation, what your size is, and then you can always come back in and you can change it up later.